Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ayutthaya Province. We're outside of the city island and the historical park and everything. We're right over here by the Pa Sak River, and we're going to take a look at a temple that was built in the middle to late Ayutthaya era, probably around 1610, somewhere in there up to the mid 1700s. This is a cool site. It's a registered historical landmark. They registered it in 1999 as a place of importance. It has some really cool mural paintings in a couple of the halls. And there's a cool chetty and a new ordination hall. And let's walk around here and let's see what we see. And this is the temple ground. Over there is the Pa Sak River. There's a couple cool halls there. An interesting little chetty, the old perimeter wall, and then the new ordination hall with the chetty field, and then the cool old Ayutthaya style chetty that's right there. That's the first thing we'll look at is the chetty. Yeah, this is really a nice little Sri Lankan bell style chetty. You can see it's cracked right in the middle. That plaster is kind of cracked and you can see the bricks underneath. And then this is the main road over here and the old perimeter wall. Now let's see if this building is open. I've never been able to get inside here. Looks like the caretaker's doing something, so it might be open for us to look. Yeah, it looks like the door is open. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. So just plain white walls with the Buddha image there. And then the low ceiling. It's Ayutthaya styling, but it's been redone. I think in 2512 is when they redid this building. It's what, 2568 now. You can see the wooden window shutters, and they put the modern glass doors on the outside so they can turn the AC on in here and the fans when the monks are doing the ceremony. And then you can see it's the ordination hall. These are the Buasima stones out here. These over here scraping old paint and stuff off. All right, so this is the cool chetty. I really like this. This is Ayutthaya style with the redented corners. So you could go up onto that little platform there. You can see here. So it's got a couple small chetties. There would have probably been 4 originally on the 4 cardinal directions. The 2 in the back are gone. There's houses and stuff back there now. That's really close. And then you can see this chetty. So there's trees growing all up on it. And then that spire and the fanal is missing off the very peak. Ah, this is really a cool temple. I've been here several times and I like it. I was in the area, so I decided to come over here and take a look. And you could go up into the relic chamber. There'll be a small little chetty inside that's got the important relic here. And so you can see there's the little walkway around. It's always fascinating to me how the bricklayers do all these different levels and layers and patterns. And then this is the small little chetty inside. So I don't know if it's ashes or a tooth or a hair fragment or something that is in there. And this would have been painted up there. You can still see it's kind of faded, but there were patterns painted up there. And they would have probably had murals. Oh yeah, there is. There would have been murals here. You could see a little bit of the faint outlines and a little bit of paint and stuff like that. So that would have all been painted up originally. You can see how the plaster is flaked off and completely missing here. They came in and redid part of it. And then there's that hall that we were just looking at. Yeah, so it was done in 2512. And this is the little community of Nakhon Luang. They got the rice thrashing machine there and the little road that goes through. And then you can walk around this chetty. So they would have had Buddha images here in these little nooks on the 4 cardinal directions. And you can go all the way around it. And you can see how tall this sucker is. It is gigantic. All these trees growing here. So they'll have to get up there and trim these back, because these trees, they get their roots in the little cracks and then they cause the bricks to slough off, and they will eventually make these chetties collapse down. And I like how they had this little rail around the outside also. So the main part of the temple is over there. We'll go take a look at the murals and stuff now. And then we'll take a look at the Pa Sak River and see how high it is. Yeah, really, really spectacular. That square base that it's on, and it has the redented corners. And then the corners up there also. Yeah, really spectacular. And then here's the crematorium. It looks like they got places over there for the ashes of people. And then they got the place here for the funerals, and then the old wall right here. Yeah, so you can see the gate right here. So this would have been plaster work all around. And it looks like they have some little pieces of the ceramic that they stuck in the mortar. And then the crossbeam would have went across there to brace it up, and it would have went to an arch. And you can see a little bit more of it over here that's intact. And this would have went all the way around these halls. Now it's just a little bit of it is right here. Yes, this is the chetty we looked at when we first came in. Looks like they've restored it fairly recently. Wow, it's really nice right there with that red and gold and blue. And then you can see the three corners. I think that symbolizes the three realms: hell, the earth, and the heavenly realm. And then over here, looks like they're getting set up for a funeral. We have a little shrine here. And this is kind of interesting. So it has a little data plate here. So these murals date from the reign of King Narai. So in the 1700s. Yeah, what a great little building. You can see how it's bowed in the middle. Yeah, really a nice example of Ayutthaya era buildings with the slanted little porch. All those ruins that you see in Ayutthaya, they would have looked like this style of building. Really fun to see. You can see the other hall over there. So in here is the mural paintings. This will have the murals on the wall and a 400-year-old Buddha. Yeah, this hall in here is really, really cool. You can see the faded off murals, and then these all around here. And these date back to the Ayutthaya era. And what's cool is you see the jagged lines, and then the use of the red and the black. You don't see the other colors like the blues like you see now. Oh, this is really cool. And you can see how faded off it is. You can still see the images up there, and then they got the angels across the top. And these kind of floral patterns. And you got some of the birds here. It's like a peacock or something. And then you got the floral pattern behind. Now I believe this is kind of influenced by the Persians, because these plants that are up here, they're not indigenous to Thailand. I think that's what I was reading about these one time. You see the birds, the Buddha, and then this is the main image in here. So this one here is 400 years old. And this was Ayutthaya era. I believe the Burmese came over here and destroyed all of these buildings also. They looted, burned down the houses and stuff like that, took the people off into bondage. And then I think they sacked the palace that was over here also. You can see the faint outlines of the images. And then the little prong, and you can see how bowed the walls are there. Ah, but what a great little structure this is. So you can see it's got, what, 7 windows across? And then it has 3 doors. The center one's open, and then these 2 on the side are closed. All right, so those aren't doors, those are just windows. Oh, that's cool. And then it has the little balcony. Now let's see if we could go in here. The gate looks closed. It may be locked up. Yeah, the gate is closed. This just looks like they're like preaching hall and stuff like that here. We won't look in there. That's where all the monks do their stuff. Okay, let's look at the river. That'll be the last thing we look at here. It looks like they're doing a little bit of renovations under there. Same as over here at the landing. So this is the Pa Sak River. We got some guys over here building a little barge. And now, I knew this was high. That's actually the ramp down to the landing. That's the boat landing there. It's completely submerged. And then this is the Pa Sak River. Yeah, I just saw in the news that it overflowed its banks to the north of here. So the flooding is kind of happening. Hopefully we'll get a reprieve from this rain that we've been getting. And then over there is another small little temple. I've been to it also. It's kind of interesting, but not as cool as this one. And you can see those guys over there loading something onto those barges. Well, that'll finish up a video over here at this Wat Mai Phra Chumpol. This is a fantastic little temple. Most people don't know about it. The locals know. They come over here and take a look at it. But this is away from the touristy parts of Ayutthaya. You're probably half hour or so outside of Ayutthaya proper itself. If you're over in this area, you could check out this and a couple other things. The old Prasat is the old royal palace that's over here, and it's kind of the highlight of the area. But this is a cool little side trip. So if you're over here, you could see both. I would recommend it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see more stuff like this. And if you've been here or have any questions or comments, if you like those mural paintings, let me know. And if there's something else you want me to see, tell me also, and I'll go do my best to make a video of it if it's interesting. And until next time, from over here in Ayutthaya, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.